Hello, lovely listener, and oh my goodness, welcome. I am just bubbling with energy today because we are focusing all of this immense, transformative December power directly on you, my dear Pisces and rising Pisces.
It's so true. This is a genuinely monumental month for Pisces. When we look at the sky, the indicators for December show this massive emphasis on building foundational long-term
I
achievements.
love that. Not just quick wins.
No, not at all. It's a period of, well, intense determination. And it all kind of culminates in this really necessary emotional and spiritual clearing. This month is about taking control of your future narratives.
Taking control of the narrative.
Yeah.
Yes, and the energy really builds to this huge crescendo, doesn't it? It feels like the whole month is leading us toward that powerful new moon later on.
It is. That new moon is sort of custom designed to resolve those persistent issues around, your social status, your career, and that really fundamental sense of purpose.
So this isn't just a month for, like, feeling good in the moment.
Exactly. It's the cosmic green light to set those big, lasting structures into place. We are moving from dream to execution, and we finally have the stamina to actually get there.
Okay, let's unpack this. We have to.
Mhm.
So we start with the early weeks, let's say December 1st through the 14th. This whole initial period seems dedicated to finding the path and claiming your space.
That's right. The first week especially, between the 1st and the 7th, the energy flow is just incredibly favorable. If you're a Pisces or a rising Pisces, you are embodying your best qualities.
Compassion, intuition, all that good stuff.
All of it. And the universe is rewarding that. Success now often comes as a direct, tangible reward for past efforts, or through these brilliant new opportunities that you can just clearly see and grab.
I find it so affirming when the structure supports the dreamers.
It absolutely does here. You have reliable support both externally and internally for making big decisions and asserting your influence, particularly in your professional life. Your focus is laser guided toward those long-term plans.
Okay, so what's the strategy?
The crucial step now is to analyze those plans, not just dream them, and actively remove any, lurking weaknesses or maybe overly idealized bits before you commit 100%.
Right. So it's blending that classic Piscean intuition with a really strong dose of structure.
Yeah.
But what happens when, external stuff shows up for a sign that lives so much in the emotional currents?
Well, we see a strong, almost overwhelming flow of information between the 1st and 7th. This brings news, clear resolutions, often related to home, family stability, that kind of thing.
Ah,
And crucially, the sources point out that unexpected events provide this sudden clarity. They might just remove a gray area you've been agonizing over, helping you choose exactly the right direction.
so if the first week is about analysis and getting clarity, what's the mood as we hit that second phase for the 8th to the 14th?
This is the mobilization period. Your internal drive just skyrockets, my dears. There's this high determination to prove yourself, to reach a significant personal milestone.
Yeah.
The sources suggest this is a time to pursue difficult yet lasting success, the kind that really requires discipline and persistence. There's no quick fix during this stretch.
How does a sign as fluid and sensitive as Pisces manage that level of hard, sustained discipline without just completely burning out? That's the challenge, isn't it?
It is the central friction, and that's why the success is so lasting. You manage it by focusing on the results, on the purpose, not just the effort. This week, the rapid, sometimes surprising information flow accelerates things.
Oh,
Yeah, news comes in that can help solve those complicated, thorny issues that were maybe hanging over you from late October or November. Those topics either resolve quickly now, or they just lose their power over you.
and what about relationships? Are they keeping up with this intense professional push?
Relationships are generally harmonious, but they are a bit reserved, guided more by logic and mutual respect than by pure romantic emotion. It's a grounded, stable time for connections, which is actually a perfect contrast to the high-intensity work you're doing everywhere else.
Okay, let's talk about the headline energy shift, because this is where it gets really interesting, right? Around the 15th, we've got Mars moving into Capricorn.
This is monumental. It affects the period from the 15th through the 21st and really way beyond. When Mars, the planet of action, enters Capricorn, the sign of structure, it's traditionally considered exalted.
For our listeners who might be new to that term, what exactly does exalted mean here? Is it just that Mars's drive is stronger, or is it channeled better?
It means it is channeled perfectly. Mars is the engine, and Capricorn is the structure. If Mars were in a more fluid sign, the engine might spin its wheels. In Capricorn, its aggressive energy transforms into focused, sustainable, and responsible effort.
So for Pisces and rising Pisces.
It focuses you intensely on ambitious, professional, and public goals, determination, willpower, persistence. These can absolutely make you a winner right now.
And what's just astonishing about this is its longevity. This isn't just some flash of motivation that's going to fade in January.
Not at all. The sources highlight that the difficult but lasting systems you build or launch now will serve you incredibly well. The trends and successes you lock in around this time can develop for the next 2.5 years,
Wait, 2.5 years?
all the way until January 24th, 2026. If you're building a new professional structure right now, you're laying track that will carry you through early 2026.
That is wild. A 2.5 year success cycle launching right now. My dears, this is why you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
And speaking of paying attention, be sure to follow your rising sign, honeys. It is so important.
Absolutely. The rising sign gives you the context for where this energy is focused in your life. Now, with that huge potential comes a pressure point. Fate or circumstance will present challenges during this time that are designed to mobilize and strengthen you.
So they're not just random obstacles.
No, they're tests. They increase your resilience, your authority, and your potential for career advancement. You're basically proving your mettle.
But what if it's too much? If my sensitive fishies feel just overwhelmed by all this hard-driving, structured energy?
There is an escape hatch, a moment of real personal agency. If the pressure becomes genuinely excessive, the energy is there to make a sharp, decisive turn towards something new.
The empowered pivot. I love that.
Exactly. A choice that aligns better with your sense of happiness. The cosmos is giving you the strength to restructure your life, whether that means doubling down or walking away from a toxic system.
Okay, let's talk about the major climax of the month. The new moon on December 20th or 21st.
This lunation, which is just another word for a new moon, a powerful fresh start, is a renewed chance to achieve a long-standing goal that directly impacts your social status or career. It's a clean slate in an area you've been working on for years.
Now, I know the sources mention a challenging aspect here, something about a hard reality check. That sounds like an illusion bubble popping for Pisces, which is never comfortable.
It is. It's the square to the heavier planets, which introduces friction, yes. If you've been clinging to a delusion, especially about a career path or a partnership, this is the moment the universe delivers a dose of necessary reality.
That must be so hard for Pisces, who thrives in the realm of dreams. How do we tell the difference between helpful foresight and harmful delusion in that moment?
You check the foundations. If the dream is built only on hope with zero strategy, the new moon will expose that. But here's the key silver lining. This reality check is profoundly healing.
Tell me more about that. What energies are providing that lift?
The new moon is powerfully connected to the energies of Eros and Chiron. Eros is that primal life force, the desire that fuels us. Chiron is the wounded healer. So while the reality check might sting because it forces you to face a limitation, it revitalizes your deepest, most authentic desires.
Wow.
It reconnects you to your core life force, bringing an essence of self-healing and re-enchantment to your path. It's the clarity you need to fall back in love with your true self and mission.
A tough, necessary reality check that makes you feel alive and on purpose. I'm absolutely here for that medicine. Let's dive into the emotional side of that healing, because that's where Pisces often carries the most weight.
This whole period encourages deep emotional healing, real relief. Because you're operating with so much clarity, you gain deeper insight into your own complex feelings, and maybe more importantly, the true motives of others around you.
So relationships are evolving.
Significantly under this pressure. Past issues or people may reappear, and this is a time for a durability test. This is the moment to renew and strengthen the connections that are truly meaningful.
But conversely,
You have to consciously and intentionally end those relationships that disappoint you, that drain your energy, or are just exhausted. We are clearing the environment of everything toxic and harmful.
right. If a connection is consistently draining, you have to consciously let it go.
That's the catharsis. Strengthening the promising connections and letting go of the rest is absolutely key to your emotional stability for the next few years. You're being urged to declutter your entire environment, from toxic friendships to overwhelming obligations.
That makes space for the good stuff. Okay, let's get practical.
Yeah.
The money. With all this focus on long-term career goals, what should Pisces be watching for financially?
Increased expenses are highly likely, my dear listener. However, the energy suggests these should ideally be useful or necessary investments in your career, your loved ones, your future stability.
Smart spending. Investment, not frivolity. Check.
And discipline and caution are definitely needed, especially when dealing with financial institutions or complex legal documents. The theme, financially and otherwise, remains patience. Outcomes might not manifest immediately, but they are guaranteed to either resolve or just lose all significance by that massive January 2026 deadline.
Knowing the 2.5-year horizon helps. Okay, finally, let's wrap up this transformative month with the solstice on December 21st. What is this time asking of us?
The solstice is such a powerful turning point. It's the beginning of the next quarter of time. It's the time to plant seeds of intention. This is your chance to really meditate on what worked this year, not just the struggles, but where your true breakthroughs happened.
That sounds like permission to fully embrace that deep, intuitive side of Pisces that maybe got sidelined during all the hard-driving Mars energy.
Exactly. Your intuitive insight and foresight are extremely useful right now. Do not ignore that inner voice. The sky is asking you to consciously prioritize, to listen to that quieter voice that whispers your truth, and to allow your intentions to emerge naturally. Don't try to force it.
Trust the knowing. What a gorgeous, powerful path. So, what is the final word of encouragement for Pisces as they enter this foundational period?
If you harness this energy of renewal and purpose, just remember this. The greatest enchantment in your life comes from daring to be the ultimate guide on your own unique path, especially now that you've faced down and cleared out those old, draining illusions.
Woof. That is the truth. My lovely listener, if this brought you a moment of clarity or renewal, please share how this energy is landing for you. We love reading about your personal breakthroughs in the comments. Now, if you're curious about what this kind of powerful, ambitious energy looks like when Mars enters a fire sign, instead of focusing on structure, stick around, honeys, because next up, we're chatting about our fierce, action-oriented Aries friends.